I would have actually gone to the point of saying that it could be a hurricane. But I just got the 11 a.m. position, and the strength remains at 70 miles per hour. So it's a strong tropical storm. A hurricane is 73 miles per hour. The other system at the back of it is tropical depression number 4. So, given a better picture of how close it is to us. So St. Lucia is over here. So we actually having clouds already affecting Barbados. And those are mostly high-level clouds. So the winds should be coming in later this afternoon. So going on to the presentation. Okay, this is a schematic of what is to come. Give you a better picture of how things are. So I'm going to give the 8 a.m. position. It's 13.6 degrees north, 57.0 degrees west. It's about 270 miles east of St. Lucia, and the maximum sustained winds are 70 miles per hour or 110 kilometers per hour. Oh, sorry, no, the mode. Yeah, thanks. And it's moving westward at 280 degrees or 280 degrees at 15 miles per hour. So it's actually slowed down. This is the model forecast, and actually all the forecasts have it passing north of us. One or two have the system passing over the tip of the island. So this is actually encouraging in that most of the weather is north of the system. So all the tropical storm force winds are most likely north of that. This is the intensity model. So it's not expected, except in those two outliers, to become a hurricane. What is normally in the model and what happens sometime can be different. I like to point that out. Yeah, so it's pretty close to a hurricane. It's borderline. Yeah. And this is the expected path of the system. So it's going to go, like I said earlier, a little north of us. And we're expecting tropical storm force winds of about 50 miles per hour since we to the south of the system. This image is actually of two systems. So the first one is Brett, and the second one, which goes to the north, is tropical depression number 4. And we're expecting the system to, the winds should arrive a little after 2 p.m. So based on the slowing down of the system, the winds would get there a little later. And by tonight, the system should have passed through. So going back to the 8 a.m. position, 13.6 north, 57 west, and moving westward at 15 miles per hour. And on this track, it will pass north of us. Yeah. Maximum sustained wind 70 miles per hour. Oh, I thought I saw a hand, sorry. After it passes us, it would generally weaken. But right now, we're more concerned with what's going to happen. Presently, St. Lucia is in a hurricane watch. We issued a hurricane watch for St. Lucia last night because we got some reports from the hurricane hunter that there was winds of 73 miles per hour within the system. We're also under tropical storm warning. So most of the winds and rain would be associated with a tropical storm. And of course, they have other islands that are under warnings, Martinique and Dominica, and under a tropical storm watch, Barbados and St. Vincent. So generally, we'll expect tropical storm force winds, rainfall of 3 to 6 inches, up to 10 inches some places, the mountainous areas, which could cause flooding. And of course, the seas, we expect seas of 8 to 12 feet. So normally all these things are associated with a strong tropical system. So with that, thank you.
Okay, good morning everybody. Maria Mida, Director Nemo. Based on what Mr. Joy has said in all of this, some of us may not understand some of the technical jargon. It is Maria Mida. It is up to Nemo to try to interpret or translate it to the public in a language that they can understand, layman languages. So this is where we go and we say, okay, activate your family emergency plan, liaise with a family member or a neighbor that you can call if you live in low-lying areas, that you can go to after the storm. Stay indoors when there's a storm. Ensure that you have all your medication, at least 1 month supply. Have the prescription and your important documents stored in airtight containers, waterproof containers. Ensure that you have drinking water. Know your evacuation routes. Know your shelters. These are the things that we tell you, and this is how we translate the information. All of this technical information that Mr. Joy has said. I want to say also, firstly, the reports that you have given here this morning, could we kindly get it please at Nemo? So can you email it to admin, ADMIN, @nemo.gov.lc. The information is needed because we are activating our NEOC. We need to provide reports, and to remind you, every agency in here is a member of Nemo. Nemo is not the office. So we have to provide reports of Nemo. We have to do that to our regional agencies, our international partners and donors. They want to know what's going on the ground. They want to know how ready we are, and so on. So I'd like you to encourage you, at least by 1 o'clock, to send it so that we can feed it to CDMA first and foremost. And at every point in time when you do something or you make a decision, feed it into the NEOC. So call 452-3802, or you can email that information, because we have to provide PM with a situation report at different intervals, right? So thank you very much. As of 12 noon, we will be partially activating the National Emergency Operations Center, which we refer to as the NEOC. Police, fire, Ministry of Health, the national chairs to include transport, supplies, shelter, and welfare are to report to the NEOC today. The district disaster committees will be activating the emergency operation centers in their community. So it is going to replicate a mini Nemo in their communities, and they have identified the persons to report to the EOCs. I want to reiterate what Mr. Pierre indicated from St. Lucia Red Cross. For the past few years, we have had people coming to the NEOC who cannot make decisions, and they have to relay the information to their headquarters and then get back. At the NEOC, you have to make real-time decisions. You don't have time to wait and to find somebody. So we are asking heads and deputy heads or somebody who can make decisions to be present at the NEOC today. We note that there are other agencies who would have their EOCs, for example, Health, WASCO, External Affairs, Agriculture, Flow, Lucelec, Digicel. Again, I encourage you to feed that information into the NEOC. We have activated our MOUs with Massey, our local shops in the community, fuel stations. So that in effect is taken care of if we have to open shelters and feed persons. On standby, we have the DANA team post-disaster. it is important that the Dana team be deployed post-disaster to make an assessment of the damages. They normally do an initial situation overview and then they Dana. I would like to implore agencies who are here and who are listening to please allow members, volunteers, to be able to come into Nemo or to go to their DDCs to have that Dana assessment done. I know sometimes we've had difficulties with people letting out the members to go do this. I'm imploring, please. We also have the drone team on standby to assist with the Dana. As some of you know, we have 2 drones. One is assigned to fire, one is assigned to Nemo. At present, we have 1 request for the activation of a shelter to include 4 persons, 4 males, adult males, because their homes are compromised, and so we are opening 1 shelter later today to accommodate them. We have liaised with the water companies to analyze the amount of bottled water on island. They liaised with the Ministry of Commerce also to look at the level of basic food supplies. That has been done by the supplies committee. We had a meeting with CDMA yesterday to look at our readiness. So there were partner agencies, regional and international, who were interested in assisting St. Lucia.